Congrats gang, we are back with another Deals and Steals video. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we stop into a bunch of stores trying to save us both some money on Pokemon cards. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Let me know how the Phantasmal was. Does seem like everybody is pulling Charizard SIRs, so let me know if you were one of those people down in the comments. We're going to start off today just looking at some of the Phantasmal sealed prices, see if they've changed. Some of the Phantasmal singles real quick just to see where those are going. So Phantasmal yesterday during our live Deals and Steals, doesn't look like the prices have changed much since yesterday. The only real significant changes I've noticed are obviously the Pokemon Center ETB was like $500 before the set released, so that has lost about half its value down to only $300, which is still pretty crazy. ETB's definitely going down. That's one of the biggest decreases here. ETBs were like 120, 130 before release. Right now they're dropping even more. I think yesterday market price was $95, $96. Today it's down even a couple more dollars to $92. We also had like no luck finding ETBs yesterday, at least cheaper than $95. Very hard to find the ETBs. I'm pretty sure we all know. I think Pokemon Center was delayed on that. I think the Pokemon Company was delayed on that for like retailers and stuff. So ETB's been pretty hard to find. Booster box is sitting over $300 right now. Doesn't look like that's changed too much. I like to think that this will be under $300 very soon, possibly even by the end of the week. But right now sitting at $305. The booster bundle, one of the most impressive things, under $50 for the booster bundle. And then loose packs, sleeve packs, about $8. And we do have our build-in battles here at a market price of $60, more than the booster bundle. But somebody made the point that these haven't like been released to the public yet outside of pre-release, so it does make sense why they're more than the booster bundle. And I imagine those hollows with the stamp probably got a little bit of value right now too. Hopefully the price on this will drop once we're able to actually start buying them at retail stores, but right now $60 on that. Check lanes at 14 and 17. And then our Sneasel and Weavile 3-packs, they're also like $30, something like that. Even the Weavile 36 right now, and the Sneasel under 30. And over in the singles, honestly, not 100% certain, but I think this might be the first time that the gold card is cheaper than the SIR, if I'm not mistaken. The last like 3-4 days I have checked, the gold card was more than the SIR. It does look like when the set came out, it did drop. Obviously, the high point was almost $1,000. It did drop to about $730, but now in the last couple days, it's up about $50, almost $800. Don't know what's happening there. Don't know who's buying it for $750, but apparently there's a lot of them, as you guys can see. And then Dawn, no longer, I think Dawn was at a high of like 80, Dawn at 60. The Mega Zard Flart actually still in a crazy price at $54. Full Art Charizard is more than the SIR Lopunny and Sharpedo. I'm under the impression that this Oricorio was taken out of the original set and you can only get it in the UPC thing. Now, I don't know if this is here because this is the price on the one in the UPC. Actually, it does say 0.24, so I think that probably is. Don't believe this Oricorio is in the main set, only a promo. But apparently that promo is $40 right now. That is pretty crazy. And then some of our beautiful IRs, actually at decent prices here. 30 for Meowth, 20 for Piplup, Wigglytuff, $10, Flygon, $10. Some of the single stuff from Phantasmal here. But let's go stop in with Poke Notify, and then we'll get right into our stores. Gang, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like, hitting that hype button, help this video out, would be appreciated. All right, gang, and quickly stopping into Poke Notify. The big important news tomorrow, Sam's Club in-store, 11/18, 151 mini tins. Poke Notify is saying approximately 320 units each based on current reports. Believe they should be doing 2 per person, so ideally should be about 150, 160 people getting those boxes. Strongly recommended to arrive before the store opens and to have Sam's Club Plus so you could get in there an hour earlier. And then they're also going to be doing the 151 10-pack mini tin bundles set to release next month. And there's all the info right there. Tuesday the 18th, 320 units per store, limit of 2 and $35. Also, if you're ordering from Pokemon Center, receive a special gift, which is the Pack of Illustration 2024 promos. Draw 2025 US at checkout. I don't know what you can buy at Pokemon Center. It's probably not going to be Pokemon trading cards, but either way, use the promo code on the site and get this stack of promos here. Look into Pokemon Center and use that promo code, and shout out to Poke Notify. All right, and today we'll start off with spoils and loot. Going to change up the order today. Keep these stores guessing. $120 on the mini tin display here, set of 8. Did the math yesterday. Believe it comes out to $15 a tin. Spoils and Loots also does something for first-time customers. When you normally go onto the site, it pops up. I don't know if it's $5 off or $10 off or 5% off. And they do free shipping over $200. If anybody is still looking for White Flare and Black Bolt, you could pick up like 2 of these, be around $240, get over $200 for the free shipping there. Save some kind of money if something pops up when you go onto the home screen there. Something either $5 off, $10 off, something like that. I don't think we're going to be able to find Black Bolt White Flare mini tins under $15. I don't think think it's possible. Yesterday when I was looking, Spoils and Loots was unanimously the best place to be buying these, and you're also getting what I believe to be the display. I also think white flare packs are about $8 and black bolt packs are like $9, so that's $17 just in pack value there. They also have the Lucario box here for $38. Now, if you are going to place a bigger order and get the free shipping and save a couple dollars with the coupons and stuff, definitely pick up the Lucario for $38. We've talked about it a little bit. I really don't think this thing should be worth more than $40. I don't even know if I would personally pay more than $35. MSRP should have been $30. You are getting 5-pack. Looks like Mega Rivals and I think one Journey pack over there, your jumbo card, your promo, and your figure here. $38 is pretty good though for some reason. I don't know why people think the market price on this box is $50 or $60, but I'd say about 90% of the stores I go to are at $50 or $60 on this Lucario box. I don't know if I showed you guys this one, but they also have the Mega Dream pre-order, and I don't think you're able to beat Spoils and Loot's price on this right now, at least if you do have the free shipping. Like after checkout, if you were just buying this box, maybe we could find a cheaper checkout, but $130 if you are getting your free shipping, maybe save a couple dollars. This might be the best place to pre-order the Mega Dream right now in Japanese. Obviously, this is not financial advice or a recommendation, but if you did have to do it, I think Spoils and Loots might be the best one. Normally, it's Safari Zone. They're at $140, but that's obviously all in with checkout and stuff. This one, $130, and you could possibly be all in $130, I guess, as long as you're over $200. So a couple things to pick up from Spoils and Loot today. All right, gang, and stopping into Galactic Toys, I'll warn you now, they had some pretty decent prices on Phantasmal, and good for us, it looks like they're still here. $50 on the booster bundle, and we did see on TCG Player the market price was actually like $48 or something like that. But if all the prices are looking similar to what I saw yesterday during the live deals, I don't know if it's going to get much better than Galactic Toys at $50. Only problem is I think we have to pay our shipping from Galactic Toys. I don't think there's any free shipping depending on how much you spend, so you probably have to pick up a couple things or a decent amount of these booster bundles. This is only the second or third store of the day, so right now $50 on the bundle. We'll see if we could beat that. This is also, I believe, the best price booster box, at least sticker price. I think we were able to beat this somehow yesterday during the live, just after checkout stuff. I'd imagine right here be at least $10 shipping, so we're probably actually $280. But $270 sticker, I don't think we'll actually find a cheaper sticker price than that today. And then, of course, one time we got to shout out our $230 enhanced Mega Booster Box. All right, gang, and quickly stopping into Amazon, just went through a bunch of pages, can't really find anything. Just wanted to let you know, Poke Notify was saying that ETVs have been dropping randomly on Amazon. You guys know, like, Amazon will just randomly change up prices and drop products for like an hour throughout the day or something like that. Apparently, their Phantasmal ETBs are at $80 if you do catch it. It's not here right now, but if you're watching this video, maybe just go check Amazon, see if it'll pop up for you. And then there's this, which we know is the GameStop exclusive, what I believe is Black Friday GameStop exclusive, which I'm now struggling to understand what that means. Because from what I've been told, GameStop's going to be charging us like $160 or $180 for this box.
I can't, what?
Now, I don't know if that's true. I really have no idea where GameStop will be. But to my knowledge, and anybody correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about any of this, this will be the Black Friday deal from GameStop. And it will be a pretty okay UPC. They are putting the Moltres from Rivals in here. They're giving you like 16 packs or something crazy like that. But what I thought should and probably is an MSRP of 90 to 120 at most. Believe GameStop's going to be charging like 160, so I don't even know how that's called a Black Friday deal or a Black Friday sale or anything relating to Black Friday, because that is well over MSRP, which is normally not necessarily the point of Black Friday. But either way, if anybody knows what GameStop's going to be charging us, let me know down below. It would be helpful. Anybody knows what should be the MSRP, which I imagine is 90 to 120 at most, let me know. And then if anybody has any feelings on this box, are we going to be buying it? All right, gang, let's stop into Walmart here. Now, here's a Black Friday box for $60. It's actually something I wanted to talk about briefly. First off, I think we might have mentioned it on Friday, but I was very busy on Friday. I don't know if I got to reply to a lot of the comments. I definitely will tonight and tomorrow, but how did the Black Friday go for you guys? I have been hearing some people told me they actually walked into the store and walked out with some of these boxes. To my knowledge and from my area, seemed like all the online drop ended up getting shipped to people. Like they sent them to the stores, but then they took the online orders and then sent them from the stores to the customers. And in the about 4 Walmarts I was in between Thursday and Friday, I don't think any of them actually sold them in the store because they were all gone. Don't know if Walmart's going to be dropping these on Black Friday in store. That would be nice. Or if our whole Walmart Black Friday Pokemon thing is already GG's and that was it, and we have nothing to look forward to. I am curious what you guys think, like where we should be at if we did want to pick up this box, because obviously we know $25 is incredible for 8 packs, but now like secondary market type stuff, like maybe you could find one I'm sure there's a bunch of people that hit dozens of these, bought them maybe, whatever they did, that are probably selling them on Facebook Marketplace. I just don't know where we should be at specifically, but I think it's about $40, and I'd love to hear your opinions on this. Obviously, somebody buying it for $25 and reselling it for 40 or 50 to us, that's always a little tough to stomach, but there is still value in this box. I'd say it's at least $40 in packs. There's 8 packs, which have at least got to be $5, if not $6. Promo's probably not a lot of value, especially since they made so many of these. There's probably not going to be a lot of promo value. But I would think the box is safely $40 in pack value, if not like $48 at $6 a pack. We did go look during the live yesterday, like eBay listings. Looks like eBay people are about 45 or 50, most of them at 50, which I think is a little too steep. If you can snipe one of these for 40, I honestly don't think it's bad at all, other than the fact that they were just selling for $25, but for 40 bucks for 8 packs, I do think the price on these will keep going up. That's why I'm kind of saying it now, because it's kind of hot, like they just came out. People probably got a bunch of them. People are probably only selling them for a little bit over what they paid, as opposed to what might be the truer value of like $50, $60. You might be able to snipe one of these for maybe like 40. If so, maybe be on the lookout for that. And let me know your opinions on everything I just said, because that was a lot of talking. Dude, they got a Twilight ETB in stock, free delivery. $65. Think that's kind of the market price. Market price on this in Surging Sparks is definitely not a lot of money. But seeing any ETB for $65, always a good time. And from Walmart with free shipping. I don't actually think there's any other store where you're going to be able to check out for $65 and get one sent to you. It looks like their Black Bull binder is still here for $46 with free shipping. This was here all of last week. I'm kind of surprised it's still here. But if you are looking for a Black Bull binder and you don't want to spend a bunch of money here, just want one or two, definitely pick it up from Walmart. It's not going to get better than $46 free delivery. Gang, over at Poke Unlimited, they keep dropping the price on this Gem Volume 3. It's only $68. I don't even know if we could find a $68 Gem Volume 3 anywhere else, and that's without the shrink wrap. This one is sealed with shrink wrap for $68, and if you spend over $150, you get free delivery. I don't really know what happened in Gem Volume 3. It kind of seems like the gem stuff's kind of dying off. Might just be the Phantasmal hype and the Inferno X and all that type of stuff, but very drastic decreases from like the 90 to 100 we were seeing when this set did come out, and I think 68, possible free delivery if you're over 150. I don't think it's going to get better than Poke Unlimited for Gem Volume 3. All right, and over at MH Deals, they do have, the last like week or two, they've had a bunch of decent stuff that I have shouted out a lot. All that stuff is still the same. They do have a couple deals on the site and stuff. Their Reshi Ram box is $65, Latias $30, Mega Booster Bundles only $43. Bunch of stuff on the other pages, but I've been talking about them so much the last couple weeks. But that is all still mostly in stock. And now they have a Phantasmal Booster Bundle at $50 here as well. So I think here in Galactic Toys right now are the two stores we found with those bundles, at least at $50. Now, I don't think MH Deals does free shipping, but they're usually like something like $7 or $8 flat shipping here. So possibly cheaper than Galactic Toys at checkout. But right now our second option for Phantasmal Booster Bundles is MHDealsPlus. All right, gang, over at ChampionTCG, it has happened again.
Magic's in the air. Magic's in the air.
And now, gang, I can tell you as of yesterday, this sold out very quick. So whoever's got the Grass Gang membership and's got the early access to my deals video, GG's, it's paying off. ChampionTCG 250 on the booster box. It's back in stock. During our live, we found this yesterday. He was at 250 yesterday as well. Know a couple people immediately bought this booster box, obviously, and now a couple of them back in stock. I would imagine it's not too many, so whoever is watching this right now, try and fire on it. ChampionTCG 250. Nobody's coming close to that, gang. Don't worry. I don't need to talk anymore. 250 booster box. You do have to pay your shipping, but who cares? Nobody's coming close to 250. And while you're shopping here, there's also the booster bundles at $49. So actually the cheapest booster bundle we found today, $1 cheaper than the competition, closer to market. 65 on the build and battle here for Paradox Rift for 11 packs. Not a bad time either. Dragonite Premier Ball at 62. I haven't shouted that out just because we would have to pay our shipping, but if you're placing an order here already and that shippings get divided out, this is cheaper than all the competition. Most people are at least $65. This one only $62 for the Dragonite Premier Ball. I mean, honestly think you could pick up anything from ChampionTCG, but gang, GG's to whoever's watching early, and drop the comment if you did get one of these. And also, I'm not too sure if the promo code is still active. To my knowledge, I wasn't told that the promo code is no longer working, but go check the description. We do have a promo code for ChampionTCG. Might be able to save you 4% if that code is active. Maybe get that booster box a little cheaper. All right, Mission Ready Collectibles has one of the best sleeve packs here. If you want some Phantasmal sleeves, I don't know if it's getting better than Mission Ready Collectibles. I think there might have been only like one or two other stores selling them at $7 a pack. Haven't found them yet though, so I can't really remember what stores those were. But the cheapest sleeve packs of the day for Phantasmal right now are at Mission Ready Collectibles. And Miniature Market, gang, this price, this ETB, this price, they've been here since the pre-release. Price hasn't changed, and the ETB at $95 is the only one I can find today. Other than the lead that Amazon might be randomly dropping them for $80, I don't think it's getting better than this. Honestly think it is like the only store with these in stock that I stopped into today through 20 stores that I've gone in. Maybe there was another one or two, but they were probably at like 110, 120 if I did see it. Nobody is under $100 on this ETB if they do have it. And then they got a bunch of other stuff. None of these prices on this first page are bad at all, but just stuff we've seen before and we've talked about. And gang, if you are in the Collectors Club at Pokenerds GG's, because the store has hit. They are doing Black Friday deals, and they are all incredible. Every single one is fire.
Fire! Oh, fire! Oh my goodness! What's the procedure?
There is not one bad deal on this site if it does say Black Friday, and it stops right. Okay, maybe this Pokeball, the last three maybe. Surging Sparks 300, a Pokeball for anything more than 15. Those not so good, but everything else, gang, incredible. Now, I don't know, I still barely know what Pokenerds is. I don't even know if it's a US company. I don't know how this site works. I don't know how the Collector Club works. I know I can't buy any of this, and I'm very upset. But if you are in the Collectors Club, or you know how this site works, or whatever happens, and please drop a comment if you are in this Collectors Club, or you know what it is, or how you got in there, or if you're able to buy these products. This is all very good stuff. Alright, gang, over at old Poke TCG, I went through 3 pages. I couldn't really find nothing except for this. Believe we are breaking records. I don't think we have ever found a Mega ETB for only $70. Pretty sure at Walmart this week, somebody bought one. It was $60 before tax and $65 at checkout. I am perfectly fine paying $5 more and buying it from all Poke TCG. 70 incredible, gang. All Poke TCG does free shipping over 200. I actually don't see that 5% off thing. There used to be a little thing here that said save 5% if you signed up for something or something like that. So possible you could save 5% too, although I'm not seeing it today. But at the very least, free shipping. If you want to pick up 3 of these ETBs, you'd probably be about $210. Free delivery, maybe just pay your tax depending on where you're at. But if anybody has been holding out for Mega ETBs like myself, I think now's the time to strike. I'm probably even going to get a couple now. All right, gang, over at Double Infinity. Now, we talked about this box before. I will say, if GameStop is about to charge $160, $200 is not very far off from that. There is probably nowhere close to $200 in value in here and probably no real reason to buy it, but Double Infinity, the only store I think that I saw today selling this box, other than maybe wherever the hell else I talked about it where they had it for $300, but they got it at $200 here. Probably don't do it, but it is here. Oh my god, the Night Wanderer boxes are back to $45. What? Dude, I haven't seen a $45 Japanese booster box, I think, the whole year of 2025. We only got 1 month left in the year, but we did see it. Night Wanderer back to 45. All right, over at GameNerdz, they have a booster box for $280. If you are watching this and it's a little late and ChampionTCG did sell out of the booster boxes, I think the GameNerdz for $280 is probably okay. Obviously, Galactictoys at the beginning did have it for $270, but GameNerdz will free ship and probably no tax here, so an all-in, a checkout price might be better at $280 here from GameNerdz and $25 under market. If I'm remembering correctly, I think Galactictoys and GameNerdz, the number 2 and 3 for the booster boxes, obviously behind ChampionTCG. All right, going over to Safari Zone to close out the video, as is tradition.
Princess now in some kind of isometric cube. This is certainly breaking with tradition now.
Finally found something here. I'm trying to figure out, it does say sold this set, so there we go. My questions have been answered. Both decks, $40. Now, the only problem would be you need to have $75 to get free shipping. We'll go see if we can buy anything else. I don't know if we can. That would be the only issue here, and I don't really know if anybody's going to need 2 sets of these. Although you could pick up 2 of these for $80, then you should be able to get your free shipping, possibly no tax. I think to make it all easy, I'm pretty sure Gengar is over $30 and Diancie is at least $20. So I think this 50 market is right. Last I checked, Diancie was like 23, and I think Mega Gengar was 35. I'd imagine now that these are all over the place, maybe those went down a little bit. But I do think it is about as $50 value at least, if not a little bit more, and you're only paying $40 right here, $20 per deck. They are like a $16 MSRP, so only $4 over on each of them. Like I said, believe it's at least $50 in value, so I think this is probably one of the best places to pick up these battle decks if you haven't yet. And then the regular section, I mean, their Mega Dream is still here for $140. I think we did crush that today. but with the all-in and stuff like that, maybe the checkout would still make sense to buy it from Safari Zone if you do want to pre-order that. The Trainer Toolkit box, this is 6 of them, which everybody is selling them for $30, so I don't really see any reason to pay $32 or $31.50, whatever this would be for the case. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this on Friday, but now obviously that these have been released and stuff, the Pheasantipity promo is going down in value, and I think last I heard it was like maybe $8 or $9. Now that this is released, I imagine Pheasantipity will probably be somewhere around $8 to $10, which is still crazy, specifically for an EX, and you are getting one of them in this box. I think it's just one, but one of them in this box and a couple A-specs, so I do still think you have $10 in single value. I just don't think it's no longer like 15 to 20, but it is still safely $10, and you're getting 4 packs, which should be about $20 in pack value at least, so it does still have a $30 in the box. But now that it's out, the Pheasantipity definitely down like $5 at least. Also, believe the 2 packs in here are Rivals and Mega, so 2 very good packs if I haven't told you guys that too. And then that is it for Safari Zone. 220 on the UPC. It's there. Probably don't do it, but it is there. And that's going to do it for another Deals video, gang. Appreciate you guys watching till the end, hitting the like, hype button, really helping us out. We'll be going live tomorrow on Tuesday about 5 p.m. Eastern, giving away a bunch of Pokemon cards and stuff on YouTube. If you are there, try to stop in, say what's up. And then Wednesday, we'll be back. Also, one more time, don't forget Sam's Club tomorrow. Going to be doing that drop. Hope you guys have a great start to your week. I'll see you tomorrow at the live or Wednesday for another Deals video.